Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So we're in the 8x8 here, and I got some autoflowers. I want to show you guys how I train my autoflowers. I'm not going to tell people not to top their autoflowers because I've seen it done successfully. I've done it myself, but for the most part, I like to do a low stress training on these things because it reduces time. So like anytime you top a plant, it's got to go into recoup. It's got to recover from that topping process, and that's going to slow growth down. So low stress training is a faster resort in my opinion, and I want to show you guys some of the various ways that it can be done, and then I want to show you guys the benefits of it. So guys, the primary reason we're doing this is we're getting the energy of the plant to focus more on the lower sites here. It typically wants to send the energy and all the growth hormones up to the top of the plant. We're pretty much psyching the plant out, making it think the top's gone. So all the energy is going to be redirected down here to the lower part of the plant, So there's different ways of doing this. You don't have to use the stake like I have here. You can tie them down to the riveted hole. Those are low stress training holes around the pot. But, in the beginning stages, early growth like this, I find it easier to use the stakes, and that's fine too. But like I said, you want to catch this early because the stalk is flexible and it's easier to get this all positioned where you want it without damaging any of the roots underneath the cocoa here. And this is a prime example here, guys. I caught this one a little late, and the stalk is pretty thick on here now, the trunk, and so I decided to use a training clip to get it positioned down low. And I want to show you guys this leaf here is going to be ultimately blocking all the light that this plant's going to need. So what I like to do, you need to get sterile scissors if you're going to use scissors, but I'm going to just pinch it right here by hand and get rid of that. And then, this little branch here is going to get a lot of light, and it's going to shoot straight up. And this one also needs to go. So we do that. And then you can see here that the branches are almost level. Now these lower ones down here also, you don't really want that leaf sitting on the top of the wet soil. It can cause mold. So that one also, needs to go. So we'll get rid of that. And then guys, I want to show you here the benefits of it. Like look at this. All those branches have caught up literally to the top of the main plant here. And this is no topping. It's all low stress training, and we're gonna continue to stake these down and keep them low so we can encourage any of this shorter stuff in here to also catch up. Over here, we're going to start, having to get into tying things down on these holes now because they've gotten pretty big, the branches, and you can see, the benefits of this, guys. And we also have some defoliating we need to do here, like this. What I like to do, to make this real easy, guys, is basically the one on the inside here is the one I usually get rid of because that's where all your little growth is down in there. So pretty much any of these little branches, like, you just go on that inside part and get rid of that one. And it's the same over here. Just get rid of that side. I don't necessarily need to get rid of these. They're not, it's blocking something there, so you can move it over, tuck it down. You don't have to get rid of them. You can tuck them. So I just want to show you guys that. And another thing I want to talk about is growing these autoflowers with photoperiods. Now, a lot of states have limitation on how many plants you can have flowered, and see, this is a big problem for me because I can flower 6 plants, and I'm already currently flowering 6 plants. Space Queen technically isn't in flower yet, but she could flower any day now. So here's the dilemma. If I sense any of these plants are flowering, it's chop chop. I can't have a 7th flowering plant. We do things legal in this state, and I do things legal on this channel, and I always will. So it's a sacrifice that I, realized after I had already planted them, and it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I hope this little video helps you guys, with the whole low stress training. I hope I explained it well, and I hope you guys have a good day. The weekend's coming up. Let's go.